Always so good when you come back.
Thanks.
I'm Jay Crawford. A very good Monday to you and to everyone watching at home.
How good is my day? This is how good my day is. As I was putting on my microphone, I realized I have my sweater on inside out.
Actually
backwards.
I've done that.
Super great. So
it looks great that way,
That's
though.
the thing. I'm like, well, I don't have time to flip it, and I'm just going to go with it for right now.
You'd never know it. It looks wonderful.
Thank you.
Welcome
Definitely.
back.
Well, let's get going. We are going to start tonight with breaking news from the White House. About an hour ago, President Biden signed the $1 trillion infrastructure bill.
It's paving the way for cities like Cleveland to get new money for transportation, broadband, and utilities. Brandon Simmons has more now on how the bill could give a boost to our region.
Just moments ago, President Joe Biden made it official, signing the $1 trillion bipartisan infrastructure bill into law, with Ohio Senators Rob Portman and Sherrod Brown nearby.
Thank you.
The infrastructure package will put $550 billion in new funds into roads, bridges, and providing broadband access, along with other utilities, including electricity and water, all areas where Greater Cleveland could use improvements.
Our infrastructure here, our roads, our bridges, our sewers are 100 years old.
Case Western Reserve University assistant professor Michael Goldberg says the region's infrastructure is crumbling, from old sewers and pipes underground to dangerous bridges up above.
Cities like Cleveland or regions like Northeast Ohio that have aging infrastructure that's been neglected, hopefully will be a net winner in a bill like this.
Also winners, potentially thousands of workers who could be tapped to do the work in the coming years, if they're willing. How much money will be coming to Ohio and Greater Cleveland is yet to be known. ODOT releasing a statement that read in part, after we get some clarity from the federal government about how the funds will be distributed and can be used, we'll be working with Governor Mike DeWine and Lieutenant Governor John Husted to determine where to best invest them. Right now, it's way too early for specifics.
Okay, so too early to know specific projects, but we do know that funding is supposed to go out over a 5-year period. However, it could take several months or even years, Betsy, before many of those major projects begin.
I'm sure there's a lot of folks with a lot of plans who are going to be angling for that money. All right. Thanks so much, Brandon.
All right, here it is, whether you like it or not. On your feet at 5. What in the world was that?
Mac Jones has got it. Back to pass. He's lobbing. End zone. Henry caught it. Touchdown, Patriots. He's back to pass. A deep drop. Looking, firing, middle. Oh, what a catch by Kendrick Bourne. Touchdown, Patriots. Every time we think they're there, and I think we all thought it at this time last week when they won in Cincinnati, you kind of get a punch in the nose. And we got it when they lost to the Steelers. And, boy, we got knocked out today.
Yeah, knocked out is the way to say it. I did not think that the Browns would go to New England and beat the Patriots. I just thought it was a big ask with Chubb and Hunt out. That being said, of a million scenarios, I didn't see this coming.
Boy, it was terrible.
Can I introduce you first?
Absolutely, yeah.
Jimmy Donovan, voice of the Browns. In case you didn't know. That's the funny
Wow,
part.
Jimmy.
Today, not a good day to be that.
I imagine calling that second half for you felt a little like 2017.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it was a total disaster. It really was.
Yeah.
Not the first drive of the game. They went out and scored right away. And, you say to yourself, here they go. They're going to pick up right where they left off last week when they scored 41 in Cincinnati and beat the Bengals 41-16. But man, oh man, imagine. The Patriots scored 45 unanswered points.
Did they punt?
After that, just a couple of times. Right there, the Browns on 4th and goal from the 2 scored to take the 7-0 lead. Then after that, Baker Mayfield got in trouble. He did not play well. And, of course, he ended the day injured. Kyle Duggar got him for an interception. They went in one play later. A rookie, Mac Jones out of Alabama, put the ball where his Patriots receivers caught it all game long. He was 19 for 23, threw 3 touchdown passes in the game, no interceptions. New England was ready to play. The Browns were not ready to play for some reason, and Bill Belichick got his old team once again. Not a Baker Mayfield. In the second half of the game, he went down. Now, remember, going into the game, he was playing with a sore foot, the bad shoulder. He had a cut on his left knee, and he went down here when he got drilled on this play, and he had a tough time getting up on his right knee. He's got a contusion on his right knee, and he is listed as day to day. He is a beaten up young quarterback. Here's Kevin Stefanski.
I know he mentioned to you guys, he had the knee injury yesterday. He's fighting through it. We'll always make smart decisions with our players, with consultation with the medical staff, with the player. But he's fighting through it.
Right, so that's the question if he plays against the Lions on Sunday, and of course he wants to play. I would put it this way: the performance was puzzling and pathetic. It was puzzling because you would just say the Browns had to realize it was a great opportunity for them after they had played so well the week before in Cincinnati. The Ravens had lost on Thursday night. The Steelers tied yesterday. It was puzzling because they weren't ready to play. It was pathetic because, well, did you watch it? It was pathetic. I mean, they were just awful.
Yeah.
And I have to tell you, defensively, they went back to their old ways. They could not get off the field on third down, which led to a couple of post-game comments by Myles Garrett and John Johnson III questioning, I would think, their defensive coaches, and specifically the coordinator, Joe Woods. Why didn't we make any adjustments as the game went on? Because the Patriots just really took over the ballgame.
The definition of insanity, when you keep doing the same thing and expect different results.
Yeah.
They didn't change anything. And as I'm watching it, I could only think that Bill Belichick was over on the other sidelines looking over there going, what's going on over there? You guys, this isn't, what you've done isn't working, and you keep doing it. I know Kevin Stefanski addressed those post-game comments by Myles Garrett yesterday. What did he have to say?
He said basically he did address them with Myles Garrett. He went to him today. They talked about it because Myles, of course, did it in the post-game press conference with all the media there. And it played high in a lot of stories and publications and online and in broadcast, too, because, I mean, it's Myles Garrett talking about that. And there's an implication that they felt they were undercoached. Not only outcoached, but undercoached going into the game. Anyway, the coach said, we did have a conversation that will remain between the two of us. And you know what? I kind of wonder right now if the Browns players believe in this scheme.
Oh,
I really do. In this
that's a
defensive
chink
scheme.
in the armor for sure. When your best defensive player makes a comment that's directed at the coaching staff, there's no other way to look at it. You kind of wonder if they buy into it.
Yeah. Now, on the other side, the shoe putting on the other foot is, you need to play better. You need to go out and make plays. So really, the definition of the game was third down. The Browns couldn't stay on the field offensively on third down. They were 1 for 11 in the game. They couldn't get off the field defensively. The Patriots were 7 for 9. Normally at 40%, you're okay. 7 for 9. Wow.
It's not going to get it done.
We need like a Disney locker room pep talk.
Yeah.
To come in and change things.
Or the Detroit Lions to come to town, and by golly, they do on
they're
Sunday.
On a hot streak. They're on a tie streak right now.
A tie streak.
They still haven't won a game. Let's hope it doesn't come next week here or Sunday in Cleveland. Right. That would be the end of the season, you would think.
You're right. I think I'll take Monday off next week if that happens on Sunday.
We'll give it to you for sure. All right, Jimmy, thank you so much. Well, let's go from the gridiron to the ballpark now, because according to a report from The Athletic, Cleveland Guardians owner Paul Dolan is looking for a new investor, which could lead to new ownership. Dolan is looking to sell 30 to 40% stake in the team. That is huge. Now, it is still a minority owner, a minority investor that they would be looking for, but any deal could include a pathway to a controlling stake of the team. That transition wouldn't happen for at least 5 years. We knew that they were looking for minority ownership. Sure. We know that they were looking for investors. Yeah. But a 30 to 40% stake, that is a big chunk.
Bets, we've talked about this before. I've given my opinion on this. It was clear that the Indians this past season were not in a position to compete financially. They had by far the lowest payroll in baseball. When you spend as little money as the Indians spent last year, it's amazing they were just 2 games under 500.
Right.
Moving forward, he needs someone to help write checks. He cannot compete financially with his own funds. Mm-hmm. If that means giving up a large percentage of the team, but still controlling the interest with more than 51%, so be it. But this is a move that needs to be done for the fans.
Right.
I know that he wants to hold on to the team and controlling interest, but the fans want to compete. And to do that, you need money, and he doesn't have any right now. Mm-hmm. So I think this report is right on. I think it's a smart move, and hopefully it happens sooner and later because the free agent season starts soon. And if you're not buyers at the free agent season, it's going to be another long season.
Yeah. Well, hopefully we can get some local.
That would be good.
Ties.
Yeah, that would be great. Okay, Thanksgiving just over a week away, and this year the vaccination debate might just cause some arguments at the dinner table.
No.
I know, right?
Remember last year we were saying don't talk about these 5 things. Vaccine was one of them for sure. Well, our senior senior health correspondent Monica Robbins has some tips on how to have a civilized discussion that gets both points across.
Yeah, this is like World War III.
Yeah.
You know, it could potentially be, and you all know which families we're talking about. Now, almost 60% of Americans are fully vaccinated, so that leaves Jay, 2 out of 5 who choose not to get one, or they can't for whatever reason. And if you're trying to plan a full family Thanksgiving dinner that is safe for everyone, this may be a very sticky issue. So if you are the host, of course you can make rules that everybody must be vaccinated, but excommunicating a family member, that could cause way more problems down the road. So experts say start by dropping your judgment and just listen. Set the tone by letting them know you will be patient, open, and honest. Reserve your opinion, but respect theirs, and don't dismiss their reasons for not being vaccinated. Remember, this is somebody you love and you want to have them at dinner. So if you're honest about what you know and don't know, you give them permission to question their own preconceived biases. And you can share with them what made you decide to get the vaccine. Include the facts, the resources that helped you make your decision, and those personal conversations you may have had with your own medical professionals. And then ask them if they see any benefits to getting the vaccine. Ask if they've spoken to their personal doctor about it. And if not, that's when you can gently suggest maybe that's something they would like to do. So these are things, I know it's not going to be easy because there's so many people who are so on one side or the other, but if you want to, let's get to peace. You know, it's the holidays.
I got to say, I have found in my conversations with folks on this issue that this is like almost like talking someone into a new favorite color.
Yeah.
The opinions are strong and they run deep. So what if you're having a conversation and the person you're having a conversation with absolutely refuses to listen to any arguments or hear your rationale?
You know, and that's going to happen. This isn't going to work with everybody. So if somebody still chooses, you know, not to get vaccinated, accusing them of not doing their part, belittling them, demonizing them, it's not going to help. But it may certainly put a rift in your relationship. So instead, ask maybe what are they willing to do to protect something you both love at dinner, or tell them your personal concerns for them if they are not protected. Studies show people are far more likely to listen to loved ones than the government or the news. And if you can't come to a reasonable agreement, perhaps try again for the December holidays, or just agree to disagree and, you know, hopefully get together next year. But yeah, it's not worth it. My dad always said you get more flies with sugar than you do with vinegar.
That's
so
true.
Keep that in mind.
Don't mess with Dad. All right. Thanks so much, Mon. Sure. Next up on What's New, shopping for holiday deals. My ears perked up. It's about time, friends, when you should be buying, what you should be buying to get the biggest savings and the new deals that have just been released.
Then it is that time of year again, Thanksgiving, of course, next week. Betsy loves her mom's dressing recipe, and we're going to share it with you coming up. Plus, Betsy, what's the forecast look like?
That's right. I have to do that today, too. It looks a little chilly out there, actually. We still have lake snow that is ongoing, especially east. We'll take a look at that in the forecast. But temperatures are in the 30s now for the night. Ouch. I think we're going to have some 20s tomorrow morning. We'll detail all of it in the forecast next.
It is Money Monday here on What's New, and today we're going to try to help you save money on holiday gift shopping. That's something that always gets your attention.
And some people have been shopping for months already, but now things are getting good. Target released their third set of early Black Friday deals. This week, you can score up to 50% off on headphones, 25% off on TVs, 30% off some hair tools, and up to 40% off on toothbrushes and other oral care products. The company also launched a holiday price match guarantee that's running now through December 24th. I think that's a pretty cool thing.
That's a game changer.
Yeah.
It really is. That's so big. Now, with so many retailers dropping deals early, the experts are advising that we buy now. Don't wait until Black Friday or Cyber Monday. According to CNET, one reason why is because Cyber Monday deals are often the same as Black Friday deals with a different name. And remember, and this is key to when you buy, we've got a supply shortage. We keep telling you about this. So there's no guarantee you're even going to get the item that you want if you wait for some of those later sales. And here is a great idea for the 2021 holiday season. And normally I'm kind of against this because I feel they're impersonal. But gift cards may be the way to go this year because remember, cash is always king.
Yep.
And you're giving the person that you're gifting the card to the freedom to buy what they want, when they want, and then they can figure it out.
Right. And if you're a package type person and you say, oh, I don't want to just give a gift card, put it in a big box. Easy peasy.
Wrap it with paper.
Right?
Yeah.
There you go. It's
Yeah.
a huge gift. Actually, I think it's really smart. And remember, if you find what you want, just buy it. Do
Yeah.
it. Just get it, because things are going to get real crazy here probably in the 2 weeks leading up to Christmas. I think that's when it's going to start to get like...
We're going to feel that supply shortage big by the middle of December. People are going to be screaming about it.
Right. Well, they're unloading the patio sets off of those big shipping containers sitting out in the Pacific Ocean now. So, hey, patio sets for the win,
On
right?
sale.
Yeah, no doubt. All right, here's a look at where we're going over the next few hours. It's cold out there, friends, and temperatures are not going to get much better. We're going to fade down into the low 30s. It is kind of a fail, but you can see partly cloudy skies start to take over. Now, here's the thing. We still have some lake effect snow going on. Those snow showers are coming in off of the lake on our westerly winds. So as we have the radar in snow mode, you can kind of see where that changeover takes place. Remember, the lake still provides heat that makes a lot of the showers that are out over the lake rain initially, and then as they come in, they start to cool. So we'll continue to watch this, where this changeover takes place. Right now, it looks like it's right along 90 in Lake County, and then it starts to get out into that high terrain area, and it's more snow than rain. So you probably are getting a little bit of a mix in the Menor area and down toward Willowick and Willoughby Hills area. But boy, the air temperatures are just cold right now. We're sitting in the 30s in most of Northeast Ohio. Our wind chills are right about 30 degrees, maybe even into some upper 20s, and you can see that flow coming in off of the lake. We will start to set up a change for the day tomorrow, so gradually we should see improving conditions. But Thursday, it looks like we got a dinger of a cold front that's going to come in. We're going to talk about that in the next half hour. Here's your National Designer hour-by-hour forecast. That rain-snow change continues to come in off of the lake, and you can see we still have those showers going in through 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock tonight. That will continue. Wind will start to change around, though, a little bit as we get into the late night hours, and that should help to break up a lot of those snow showers. That will then lead to improving conditions through the day tomorrow. So once we take the lake out of the mix, then we'll start to get more and more sunshine in here. But look at the temperatures. Tomorrow afternoon, we're only going to be in the 40s. We will start to see some clouds coming back into the picture as we go Tuesday and then into Wednesday. How much snow is coming? Well, it depends on where that change takes place, but your high terrain areas out east, that's pretty much a sure bet. And you could be looking at another couple inches on top of what's already fallen. I know it's been very variable, especially because it's a wet snow, so it melts off. Here's your Union Home Mortgage forecast. The blue arrow is back, friends. Temperatures going to get into the 60s on Wednesday and then fall through the 40s on Thursday. That'll set up a rain to snow changeover, and we're going to stay cool as we head through next weekend, too. We'll be right back. Well, we are in full-on pre-prep mode for Thanksgiving in my family, and apparently we are not alone. Many of you are thinking ahead, and some of you reached out on our 3 What's New Facebook page to ask about my mom's Thanksgiving stuffing recipe that we showed you last year. Well, our awesome producers thought this would be a great time for an encore.
All right, so where do we start?
With the stuffing.
All right, the bread.
Now, it's just, this is a 20-ounce bag of bread that I cut up with an electric knife and laid it on the counter.
Yep.
And allowed it to dry on its own.
It is dry too, and
It is
the secret recipe is you have to use the cheapest white bread you can find.
Okay.
I'm gonna wash my hands. You add
Okay.
what you gotta add.
All right.
What are you adding?
I'm adding the celery, and we like a lot of celery, so I'll just put the whole thing in.
Go for it. And then, what kind of onions do you use?
Usually Vidalia's or a sweet onion.
Okay.
And this, she went wild on this onion, so.
You told me to cut up onion. I'm cutting up onion. All right, so, yes. Okay, now we mix.
Wait, we got to put the seasoning in, honey.
Oh, I'm sorry. Put the seasoning in. This is poultry
seasoning.
How much did you put in?
Just that much.
Just that much. A little pepper. There we go.
I'm going to sneeze here.
All right, don't do that.
And salt.
Salt.
Now, if your broth has a lot of salt.
Yeah. A lot of salt, Mom.
It is a lot.
All right, so we have this going. Now what do we do?
Add the butter.
Butter. Uh-oh. You all right?
Yep.
All right, so we have butter. This is like a stick of butter. Here. That we've melted. And then this is 2 eggs. All right. And then you have chicken stock. Can you use turkey stock?
Use anything you want. You can use water.
Oh, okay. All right. All right, well, now what do you do?
Now you just add this and keep mixing.
Oh, sorry. Slacking over here.
Yes.
Okay.
Until it's just moist.
Just moist. And then literally this is it, right?
That's it.
This is the stuffing.
Anything you add to it is your recipe.
Right.
You can add wine. My mother used to add wine.
Aunt Sandy, Mom's twin, who passed away 7 years ago, would add mushrooms.
Yes.
A lot of people like the mushrooms. You can add whatever spices you want. Is that
Right.
good? Does it look?
Maybe a little more.
Maybe a little more. Okay.
Because it'll
Just
dry out
right.
in the oven.
Okay. Whoa. Whoa. Easy on that, Mama.
Afraid of last year?
Yes. Okay.
How's that feel?
It feels just perfect. So we have taken a 13 by 9 pan here and sprayed it up. And this, you just dump it in, yeah?
Yeah. Well, I'm glad we chose that pan.
Yeah, we need the room. Okay. Get all those onions in there. All right. And you don't pack it down or anything?
Nope.
Right? You just,
No.
All right.
Just a little bit, you might want to. Yeah.
Sorry. Okay.
That's all right.
Okay, so then it goes in the oven. What oven?
325 for 40 minutes.
40 minutes. Yay! Delicious. There it is. Mama's stuffing.
Happy Thanksgiving.
I love you, Mama.
Love you too, babe.
Big Sue. There's Violet. Okay, say happy Thanksgiving.
It's hot.
Happy Thanksgiving.
3 generations there.
Oh my God. My favorite part is while I'm mixing it, my mom's going like this, like I'm not doing it right or something, like she's mixing alongside me or whatever.
Moms are good at that.
Yeah.
They're good at that. I just got a text from my wife as she's watching this at home. Oh my God, Betsy's mom's recipe is exactly mine.
It's so easy, and again, it's cheap to make. It's not real fancy.
You encourage the cheapest white bread you can find.
It's the only way to fly, and you get it all stale, spread it out on the counter the day before and everything, and oh man, it's just.
Well, I feel like I've had Big Sue's because I've had my wife's for 30 years, and it is yummy. It's delicious. Okay, now to our Worth the Watch. There is a couple on TikTok that's dedicated to pranking each other. You've probably seen these before. This time, Dad enlisted their daughter to help. They're posted up at the top of their stairs where their daughter is the lookout. Dad has a Nerf gun, and when they see his wife walk into the room, he shoots the balloon, which of course has some sort of liquid in it, and of course goes all over Mom. He's not done there either. He then lets off a tube of confetti to make it even worse. There's a couple of couples that prank one another on YouTube and TikTok and whatnot, and I'm surprised that some of these couples are still married because some of these pranks go way overboard.
Yeah.
Way overboard.
I think it's funny as long as they clean it up.
And as long as no one gets hurt.
Yeah.
All right, coming up in the second half hour of What's New, we do this every Monday through the good and the bad, and we know what this is. Mike Polk Jr. has his unique take on the Browns getting knocked flat in New England.
Plus, airline incentives, what some companies are offering to make sure you avoid a hectic holiday season. We'll be right back.
And now, live from WKYC Studios, this is What's New.
Now at 5:30, we have 3 things you need to know. We have new details on Alicia Pointer's murder. This morning, the medical examiner said the 22-year-old died from multiple gunshot wounds. Pointer's body was found in a burned-out home in East Cleveland last week. Anthony Bryant, Brittany Smith, Portia Williams, and Nathaniel Polk Jr. are charged with Pointer's murder. In court this morning, a judge set their bonds at $2 million each. 17-year-old Destiny Henderson is also facing murder charges, but that's in juvenile court. Police are still searching for Hakeem Ali Shomo.
10 people have now died from that crowd surge at the Astroworld Music Festival we told you about last week in Houston. The 10th victim, 9-year-old Ezra Blount, died yesterday at the Texas Children's Hospital. He was placed in a medically induced coma after he suffered serious injuries during a performance by rapper Travis Scott. His family has filed a lawsuit saying he was, quote, kicked, stepped on, and trampled, and nearly crushed to death.
Late this afternoon, President Joe Biden signed the $1 trillion bipartisan infrastructure bill into law. It will pour billions of dollars into roads, bridges, broadband internet, pipes, public transit, and clean water. It earned the support of lawmakers, governors, and mayors in both parties. Ohio Senators Rob Portman and Sherrod Brown were at the signing this afternoon at the White House. And with that, we say thank you so much for staying with us and welcome back to What's New. I'm Betsy Kling alongside Jay Crawford.
Welcome back from your vacation.
Thank you.
You really enjoyed it.
I really did.
Yeah.
Like, it was a total disconnect, so I'm a little bit quirky today and a little wonky trying to get back into the groove of things.
Yeah, as a result, if you missed it at the top of the show, Betsy's sweater is actually on backwards today. But I got to say, Bets, I don't know what it looks like the other way, but I think it looks terrific like that.
I haven't noticed it, and it was still comfortable, so I'm like,
you roll with it.
Deal with
it looks fine. It looks absolutely fine. All right. The Browns didn't look fine. And that's our top talker at 5:30. The Browns' disastrous trip to New England ended in a soul-crushing 45-7 loss, dropping them to 5-5 on the season and putting a serious wrinkle into their plans to make the postseason for a second straight year. We cannot turn the page from this debacle soon enough. But we can't turn the page until Mike Polk Jr. offers his always unique and interesting take.
Ooh. Oh, hey, folks. As you know, all season long, I've been giving you my reaction to each week's Browns game, but it's a bit of an unusual situation this time because I have not actually seen yesterday's game yet. It's actually a funny story. See, before the game yesterday, I was doing my usual pregame ritual of roller skating through my neighborhood to get everyone pumped up for the game. Here we go, Brown! Here we go! Well, I must have hit a little patch of ice or something because I took a bit of a tumble and conked my head. As you can see, what a goof. That's why you should always wear a helmet, kids. Long story short, everything went black, and I just now woke up. So as of right now, I have no idea what happened in yesterday's game. I have it DVR'd, of course, and I'm about to watch it right now. I'm very excited. And why wouldn't I be? My Brownies are on a roll. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna go enjoy watching some football. I'll check back in with you guys afterwards, tell you what I thought. Okay. I'm sorry to jump back in early like this. I just can't contain myself. I just watched the Browns march down the field in 11 plays on that opening possession to take a 7-0 lead. Boy, does it look like they came to play today. This is great. Okay, I'm gonna go watch the rest of it now. I'll be right back. Okay, just watched the whole game. And heavens, that certainly took an abrupt turn, didn't it? I'm really not exactly sure what even happened there. I'm still kind of processing. Did manage to jot down some notes. Only completing one pass to a wide receiver the entire game seemed to hinder the potency of our offense. That's true. Defensively, giving up 45 consecutive points limits options as far as realistic paths to victory. Hard to argue. Okay, I feel like most of these are common sense. Let's move on to the positives. Opening drive, very good. I already mentioned that. What else? I like when they wear the orange pants. They look cool. And that's all I've got in that category. So this was obviously a pretty demoralizing loss for the team and the fan base, but in my ongoing effort this season to try and find silver linings rather than dwelling in cynicism, here are the best two things I can come up with. One, this team is schizophrenic, and by that I mean one week they look totally dominant, the next week they look like whatever that just was. And that's obviously bad, but it can also be hopeful, because it proves that the Browns are capable of playing good football. Sometimes. And two, all the other teams in our division seem to be having an identity crisis simultaneously. We spanked Cincy last week, Baltimore just got beat soundly by Miami, and yesterday Pittsburgh got goffed by somehow tying with the winless Lions. And if there is justice in the universe, they will miss the playoffs by a half a game at the end of this season. Please, universe, I don't ask for much. The point is, the AFC North is total chaos right now, and anything's still possible because in chaos resides opportunity. Despite that abomination yesterday, this division is still up for grabs. Can the Browns take advantage of that? That depends. Are we talking about yesterday's Browns or last week's Browns? We'll see who shows up for the rest of the season. But at least we know they're capable of it. We shall see. Now, if you'll excuse me, I believe I'll strap these babies back on, head outside, and try to find that patch of ice again so I can maybe try to forget about the game I just watched. Wish me luck, folks, and go Browns!
Oh, that was so good.
Well, You know, you got to find the highlight or the positives where you can, and
Yeah.
it's pretty hard after
Those
yesterday.
orange
obviously.
pants are nice.
They are.
Yeah,
They were
I
very
love the
nice.
orange pants.
Orange pants.
Yeah, they
Do you-
look great.
Are you completely broken now, Jay? I haven't actually spoken with you about this yet. Are you broken?
Pretty close.
Oof.
Yeah.
What do you think about my rationalization there about how everyone seems kind of broken in this
No.
division? And it could, you never know.
No, that is, there is a possibility. There's still a path,
Yes.
as they say. But my goodness, you have to show some sort of consistency, and at this point, they've had none all season.
Yeah.
They win one, they lose one.
I look back, though, again, why am I so not upset being 5-5? And I look back at some of the season.
Very positive.
Well, I mean, I'm just trying. I lost my mind a long time ago as a Browns fan, obviously. But like 2011, I saw we were, I think, 3-7 at this point. 2012, 2-8. 2013, 3 and something. The point is, I'm used to not being 500 at 10 games into the season. So that's my silver lining. I've just sat through too much terrible football to get upset at stuff like this.
But you know, when you accept mediocrity, you become mediocre.
Yeah, that's true. That's actually my motto. I have that on a throw pillow on my bed. It's true.
You should have seen his eyes. He was like, that's actually brilliant.
Jackpot. That's really nice. I'm going to write that down.
If they lose to the Lions,
yes,
it's a done deal. The season's
This is all
over.
going to come down to the first game with Baltimore that week. Steelers play Cincinnati that week as well.
Yeah.
We'll know everything about the rest of the season after that first Baltimore.
Come on, universe.
Yeah. I agree with you.
Thank
That
you,
was,
Mike.
by the way, that was one of your best.
Hard to
of the
write
year.
about that one, guys. Hard to write about
you
that one.
nailed it. It was brilliant.
Thanks,
I loved the 2 hours later. That nailed it. All right, Mike, I need you to stick around because I want your reaction to this. Odell Beckham Jr., in case you missed it, posted a letter to fans, to Browns fans this weekend. He shared this letter on his Instagram last night, thanking the Browns team and organization for taking him in, but also thanking fans for being what he calls some of the greatest fans ever. Classy move. I wanted your guys' thoughts on that, though. What do we make of this?
What do you think, BK?
I don't even know what to make of OBJ, quite honestly.
Right.
You know, it's like, is he in it? Is he not in it? And
is it a PR move?
That's the thing. I'm very kind of,
It is PR. You know what this looked like to me? It looked like after you knew you just screwed up a relationship or something like that, and you know it's over, but you send something just saying, I just wish you the best. I want you to be happy. Find the happiness within you. You know, I've received that several times myself, where it's just it looks like it's being nice, but it's also kind of just like, I'm being so magnanimous right now.
Yeah. I mean, look, he's now on one of the best teams in the NFL.
Yeah.
So it's easy to have
He
a
ended up
positive
okay.
outlook.
Took a bunch of our money, and now he's playing for a good
We'll
team.
see what happens with it, though.
in on the Rams, though,
that's
at
the
the
thing.
end of the
You
year.
just don't know, because that's a new locker room personality in there, and that can really change dynamics.
They might get scoffed.
That's great.
It's my sound effect.
It's now a verb.
Oh, my word. All right. Thank you, Mike, very much.
Well done, friend.
Well, the holiday travel season is here, and airports have been chaotic in the last month or so. So to avoid hectic holiday season, several airlines are offering perks to entice new workers. Southwest is offering frequent flyer miles worth up to $1,400 and as much as triple pay to work over the holidays. It's also on track to hire 5,000 employees through the winter. American Airlines is hoping to add 3,200 flight attendants by December, offering a minimum of time and a half pay for staff working on peak travel days, and $1,000 bonuses to employees with perfect attendance from November 15th to January 2nd. However, the American Airlines Pilots Union turned down the money, saying the airline mismanaged its flight operations and extra pay won't fix the delays.
Ooh, wow.
Really interesting. And, you know, they're fighting with the same, you know, kind of employee pool that all the companies are. There's definitely going to be some shortages out there.
Yeah.
But these airlines are desperate to make up for last year's losses, and they need the people at the gates and at the counters to make that happen.
I traveled a few weeks ago. I believe you did as well. It's obvious.
Yeah.
When you're in airports and you're looking around, nothing is running as smoothly as it once did.
Nope.
And they are desperate. You're right. Last month in the United States, more Americans quit their job than any other time before. And the month before that, that was a record as well.
So,
it's the Great Resignation, and it's happening everywhere.
Maybe now is the time, if you want to change things up, look to the airlines.
Yeah, there you go.
They do have some perks. All right, still ahead, we've teamed up with Giant Eagle to give away thousands of dollars in gift cards over the week, how you can play along at home and even have the chance to enter the contest.
Then they're widely known for their impressive halftime shows. If you missed Saturday's blowout win over Purdue, we have a look at OSU's marching band performance. Stunning. It was stunning to not just Ohioans, but many beyond Ohio.
5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
All right, it is time now for an update on this forecast. I'm going to show you the big picture in just a second because Thursday looks like it's going to be a heck of a day for us. But the next 12 hours, kind of steady as she goes. But we will be in the 20s to start the day tomorrow. It's going to be cold. Temperatures sliding as we go through the overnight. Mostly clear to partly cloudy skies developing. Except downwind of the lake, we still have some lake effect snow ongoing. Westerly winds driving this. It is a rain-snow mix right on the lakeshore and then turns to snow as you go inland and get into the higher terrain. Could be looking at maybe an inch of snow if we get this band to persist, but I think it should start to shut down as we get into the early part of the day tomorrow. All of this lake effect snow that is coming through is likely to dissipate as we get into the afternoon. Things starting to change up for us. This little wave of snow will pass to our south and it may provide a flurry or two for our southwestern counties, but this is the next big thing. This is the leading edge of what will be a pretty good pattern change for us as we head through the end of the week. Here's the National Design Mart big picture forecast. Check this out, how this is going to go. We're in the cold air now, but things begin to slide east as this little wave develops. Notice here the snow, this big comma head, that is a sign of a storm system. And you can also see where the greens are starting to come a little bit farther north. So we know we have some stirring that's taking place in the atmosphere. Once we get to Wednesday, we will see rain developing along a cold front to our west. That rain is going to be pretty light. It may pick up in intensity Wednesday night as the front gets closer to us. By the time we get into Thursday morning, the front is on us. By the time Thursday ends, the cold air is creeping in, and as we head into Friday, that cold air is here. We have some lake effect snow that it will initially hit, and then it looks like it's going to start to move out. So things are going to really focus on Thursday as far as big changes go. But tomorrow, man, nice. Clouds and sun, temperature staying in the 40s. That is below average, but I think we will be seeing that sunshine, which goes a long way toward perking people's spirits up. Union Home Mortgage forecast will really perk people up on Wednesday because temperatures in the 60s, but there's the blue arrow Thursday with that rain in the morning changing to a snow mix by the time we hit the afternoon and the evening. Lake snow lingers into Friday, but by the weekend we should start to see some things clearing out. Could have a few scattered rain showers on Sunday, temperatures in the upper 40s for the Browns game, which heck, that's not too bad by late November standards. And of course, we round the corner and head toward Thanksgiving that next week.
All right. I'm just focusing on Wednesday. Just get to Wednesday and enjoy it.
Yep.
All right. It's time to give another lucky viewer the chance to win My Perks from Giant Eagle leading up to Thanksgiving. A pre-selected viewer will get to answer a trivia question each day. If they get it wrong, that $500 rolls over to the next show, whether that's, in our case, go in the 6 a.m. hour, or if they miss there, that 500 rolls over with another 500 to here at 5 with what's new.
It's like the Powerball. It just keeps growing,
yeah,
right?
It's a lot of fun.
Well, today's viewer is Camille Blake from Cleveland. Hi, Camille.
Hi.
So good to have you with us. Now, a viewer this morning won on Go. So we're back to $500 in perks that are up for grabs. So are you ready?
Yes.
All right, here you go, Camille. Here's your question. What did Browns coach Paul Brown invent?
Ooh.
Did he invent the face mask, the draw play, practice squad, or did he invent all of the above?
All of the above.
Oh, I love it, Camille Blake. You are the winner of $500 in gift cards. Did you know that, or was that a guess?
That was a guess.
Always go with all of the above, right? That's my philosophy.
When in doubt, Paul Brown was a genius.
Awesome. Camille, congratulations
thank
to
you.
Thank
you.
How much is that going to help you, Camille, as we head up into the Thanksgiving season? Oh, we love that.
A whole lot. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much for playing. We appreciate it, and congratulations. We're thrilled for you.
Thank you.
Now, if you want to have a chance to win 500, 1,000, maybe more, you can head to WKYC.com/contests. We're giving away $10,000 in Giant Eagle gift cards over the next 8 days. We'll have a new contestant each day here on What's New at 5:45, and we're doing it in the morning as well, 6:45 a.m. on Go. That was fun.
It was fun. We'll have to see how things go this week. Next on What's New, we are showing off your snowy Sunday pictures. So many of you have sent them in after this first measurable snowfall of the season. Stephanie Haney shares those coming up.
And later, spreading smiles to kids in the hospital. We're going to show you who teamed up to make them toys. That's just ahead of the holidays.
Mic check. What is clicking in Cleveland are some snowy pictures and some concerts.
It's time to see what's clicking in Cleveland. For that, we turn to our digital anchor, Stephanie Haney. Hi there, Stephanie.
Hello, Betsy. And I got to say, today, Don't Stop Believin' that Journey will be performing here in Cleveland very soon. The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductees of Journey are coming to Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse with very special guest, Grammy Award-winning Toto. They'll be here for their Freedom Tour. The show is scheduled for May 7th. That's starting at 7:30 p.m. And the tickets start at $45 and go on sale to the general public on Friday. There is a pre-sale for City Card members that starts tomorrow if you want to get in on that. Now, the football players aren't the only Buckeyes who put on a good show on Saturday. The Ohio State Marching Band pulled out all the stops to celebrate the 30th anniversary of the movie Top Gun, 35th anniversary rather. They spelled out Top Gun and Maverick, and they depicted fighter jets and that volleyball scene, playing the songs in the background including You've Lost That Lovin' Feeling and Danger Zone. This past weekend would have timed up with the release of the sequel, Top Gun 2, but that got pushed to May, so we will have to wait on that. And the next day, a lot of us got a show with the first snowfall that we could see of the season. Our 3 News viewers shared their photos. Check out these from Shelley Wabach in Cuyahoga Falls. Bright, beautiful flowers and a squirrel just having a little snack. They're in the snow, completely unbothered. Here are photos of the snow when it was still on the ground from Lisa in Cleveland and also from Joe in Garrettsville. And Mark and Kent spotted a couple of deer while Ginger shared this Twitter photo of her pup in the snow. And just watching it falling down kind of all afternoon without it really kind of sticking it was very nice. It was very charming. It was the right amount, I think, of the first snow, in my opinion.
We're getting into festive territory now. This is when the snow is festive, but then that turns off.
After Christmas, it's not fun at all. All I can say about that Ohio State band thing is, wow. That's their best one by far, and they're all great.
Oh, yeah, that
Incredible.
volleyball one, so cool.
It's just incredible.
Thanks, Stephanie.
Okay, as part of our Education Station initiative, we've been following 3rd grade students at Cleveland's Charles Dickens Elementary School. They're trying to meet state reading standards, and this week you can help just by shopping. Here's how it works. On Wednesday, the school's 2nd and 3rd graders will take a field trip to Barnes & Noble in Crocker Park for a book fair. It all will help students in our 3 News Dickens Reads program. Use the code on your screen this Wednesday in the Westlake store and for 5 days online. A portion of every dollar you spend will go to After School All-Stars Cleveland. It provides free after-school resources for students. Some are part of Dickens Reads. You can also donate by texting ASAS Book Fair 21 to 41444 Wednesday through Sunday. Your donation will buy books for the students.
Well, next on What's New, how these retirees are spending their days, all for kids they don't know that just need a reason to smile.
Sure. I'm Russ Mitchell, and I'm Lena Lai. Now we turn to developing news about the building formerly known as Medical Mart.
Hi, mic check 1, 2, 3. Time now for Show Us Something Good.
Hey. Check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Check again. Check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Brandon's microphone.
Yes, are you there? The county. Okay, you got me. All right. The county calls this a win.
Well, now it's time for our show is something good. A group of retirees in Texas is on a mission to bring smiles to kids in the hospital. At the Trinity Terrace Retirement Home in Fort Worth, residents gather in the wood shop, they form an assembly line, and they make toys for sick and injured children. Then every month, Cook Children's Hospital gets a new delivery. They say it's just a way to help get the kids' minds off of being stuck in the hospital.
What?
Not exactly the way you pictured the elves to look, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they're not.
That they make a mean toy.
Right?
Well, we're out of time. Back tomorrow at 5, and we invite you to watch then.
Yep. What Matters Most with Russ and Lena starts right now.
Now at 6, under investigation. There's new information tonight about taxpayer money spent on the MedMart building in downtown Cleveland. Mark Naiman will bring us the latest developments. Also, Bannon turns himself in.
I'm telling you right now, this is going to be the misdemeanor from hell for Merrick Garland, Nancy Pelosi, and Joe Biden.
Longtime Trump advisor Steve Bannon in court today and responds to contempt of Congress charges. Keeping the peace with the Thanksgiving Day holiday next week and COVID vaccines a hot topic, Monica Robbins explains how to keep those family gatherings civil and down but not out. Lobbing end zone, Henry caught it! Touchdown, Patriots! A tough loss for the Browns yesterday, and the Lions are up next. Jimmy Donovan explains what our guys can do to turn things around.
From the WKYC studios, this is What Matters Most.
Good evening, and thanks for being with us. I'm Russ Mitchell.
And I'm Lena Lai. We turn to a developing 3 News investigation about the building formerly known as the Medical Mart, which once promised to attract high-tech companies to the city. It's part of the building adjacent to the Cleveland Convention Center.